And we're about to go on a little run here and see if we can find anything worth anything. Now, this is a little different. This is a nighttime video. I'm standing where there's plenty of light right now, but I do have 2 lights with me, and hopefully that's enough to get her done. Anyway, let's see what we're dealing with. We'll take a look at the old dumpster here. A dumpster that's almost always not here every week, but about once every 2 months it's here. It doesn't look very promising so far, but usually it has a lot of good stuff in it. Let's see what's in this side. We'll do one side at a time, I guess. Oh my gosh, I hate those palm fronds. They're in the way, no doubt. Oh my gosh. Oh. Brass, copper, all kinds of good stuff. You want me to move? I don't guess he wants me to move. Look at this. Steel pipe. I'm just gonna have to get some kind of container. There's so much of this stuff right here that I can see. No, nothing, huh? Nothing. Oh, I'll toss it on the ground at the curb here. Sort of at the curb. And see what I can pick up out of here. Wow. Paint tray I don't need. Oh my gosh, look at here. Look at this. It's gonna be one of the best dumpsters ever. In the middle of the night, where there's usually no dumpster at all. Now this one's here, and it's here really nice. Oh my gosh, look at this stuff. This is lovely. Note how I'm just moving the light steel out of the way, because I think I want the copper and the heavy chunks of brass more than the light steel if I'm gonna pick something up. Okay, let's put those over there. On that. Oh, damn it! That one bounced under there? The copper piece bounced under there? Oh, there it is. It bounced way over here. Which is why I wasn't kidding when I said I need a container. Okay. I've got a container with some recycling up here. Just gonna dump that out and use this container. Yeah, that's a lot better to have copper and brass in this than plastic bottles and aluminum cans, I think. Oh, that stays in a lot better than it does when you hit this cement and it bounces. You know what? I'm going to pop the trunk so I can put the steel in the trunk and use that box just for hopefully brass, copper, other high value things. Yeah, let me see here. Pop the trunk and put the steel in here with that tricycle from the other day. Oh, there's this big aluminum pot. I can put the steel in that. Yeah. All right, got my container sorting done. Wow, what in the world? What is this? There's a kind of piece of machinery of some type. Might be some kind of plumbing snake. I'm not sure. Can't tell yet. We have to dig a little before we can get down to that. whole lot of this pipe. I mean, it's really thin, so it's no big deal, and it's just steel. It's not stainless or anything, but it appears in the way of some of my brass and copper that I want. Let me move over here. Wow, wow. What else is down in here? Oh, this dumpster is really tall, by the way. And I'm not really tall at all. Oh, look at that chunk of brass. With a chunk of goo on it. Chunk of brass. On a piece of steel, of course, but I mean, can't have everything all pure sometimes. Oh my gosh, look down here. Look down here. I think I've hit something worth something. Look at this copper pipe. Number 2 copper. Just like it is. About $3 a pound here in California. Oh my gosh, what else we got in here? Let's see. I want to move this stuff out of the way without letting goodies fall on down. If I move something, you never know if it's going to do that. Another piece of brass over in there. Little bolt. Oh my gosh. Well, look down there. There's more and more. How am I going to get that? I'll have to be an actual dumpster diver to get those pieces. And I'm just not equipped for it yet, I tell you. Old people have to have special equipment to do that. I'm not kidding. They can't just do that. They'd need a little short ladder or something. What's that? Piece of a ladder? You're kidding. It looks like a piece of a ladder. Oh boy. It is. You know, these things keep stabbing me in the arm, if you're wondering what my... Like, what's his problem? My problem is when I reach over here, these stab me in the arm. Piece of plastic. These things have got to go somewhere. Ow, 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 ow. Ah, come on. Palm fronds, of all the things that could be in here. These things are vicious. Okay. I think I can reach right here. Look, more brass. I love more brass. There's some here, and there's some here. It's like a gold mine, and you go, oh, look, there's gold in the walls everywhere. I've got to find a way to step up on something so I can reach this stuff better. Don't you do that. You're gonna let the neighbors know we're here. Shut up, get back in there. How about, can I stand on a tricycle and do this? I don't know, it's what I've got. Let's see if it's, ooh, it's a little smushed. Maybe it'll lift me a little bit before it dies. It's not doing well though. It's kind of really screwed up, looks like. Oh, yeah, I'm up a little higher. Wow. Now what is this thing here? I was wondering. Some kind of machinery. Some kind of a snake, I think, for unclogging drains. We just got one of these a day or two ago out of another dumpster, just like that. Weird. Oh, come on. All right. You get down here. What I'll do is I'll put the plastic rejects down in there and get the good stuff. And then put the plastic rejects back in here. We don't really want those. Look at that. I don't want to drop that one down in there. Boy. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Are those parts of a ladder? They look like parts of a ladder. They are parts of a ladder. Imagine if I had that out here. Oh my gosh, it's got a ton of stuff on top of it. About literally a ton. I mean, a whole bunch of stuff. It's not gonna move. There's another one of those snaky things. And here's a piece of steel. And a piece of steel. And what else? Piece of plastic. Another piece of plastic. Plastic. Piece of plastic. Right there. Right. Can't get it out of there. There it goes. Okay. Plastic. 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 Huh. Steel. 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 Oops. Almost dropped that one. Steel. Brass bolt. Steel. Brass on the ends of this, and it's stainless. Big chunk of brass right there. Big chunk of copper. Always like those. No, I like them a lot, really. No, really. Oh man. There's a piece of brass. There's some copper down there that may slide on down when I try to get something else out. So, I have to be very careful how I do this excavation here. That's turnings from a lathe, metal shavings. They'll really hurt you, by the way. Don't want to grab those too much. Piece of plastic. This all goes back in there, just moving it out of my way there. Wow. Another piece of steel. Piece of plastic. Steel. More steel and more steel. Oh, look over there. They want some more steel I couldn't grab, but at least it wasn't brass or copper. Gosh, let's see if there's any brass or copper down there. Doesn't look like it. Okay, I better get the grabby tool so that I can secure some of these things. This thing's broken, but it's a chunk of steel. It's okay to take in. Wow. Okay, what do we got here? I need some kind of cloth to wipe these shavings off my fingers before they start tearing into them. I need a grabby tool and that. Okay. I'm thinking grabby tool is right there. I see it. And right here is the piece of cloth I need to get all these metal shavings off my fingers. There we go. That feels better. Much, much better. Okay, now get this thing here out of there. Grab a few things with a grabby thing. I wonder if I could just stand on that. Wouldn't that make more sense? If I turn this upside down and stand on it. It's a piece of aluminum. I don't know if it'll hold me up, but I'd be willing to try. How about something to put that in? Yeah, okay, yep, nope. Not a darn thing. Okay. Well, they're pieces of steel. I can retrieve them from down here. Just put them down there. That's fine. Now, if I can stand on that, as opposed to that little broken down tricycle, probably be better off. This thing's gonna hurt me eventually. I know that. Okay. Let's push this over here. Okay. Oh yeah, you can stand on this. Oh, I thought it might collapse. It's just aluminum, but it's pretty strong. Keep this rag handy so I can't rip my fingers apart on all these shavings. I wanted to grab that if I could before it gets away. And yeah, there it is. Piece of steel. And there's another one down here. Get that one. There we go. Won't hurt to pick those up. Oh man, 2 or 3 pieces of steel just went down there all together. What I need is this before it gets away. This thing right here. Sorry, I had to switch hands with my light in the other hand there. Yeah, that's nice. We want that. What else do we got in here? Nice aluminum can. Throw it over there by the car. More steel. Yeah, I got another chunk of steel right there. Put it in here. Uh-oh. I bumped you guys. Oh, you're still good. Okay. Just checking. Sometimes that messes you all up and you can't see what I'm doing. And I want you to see what I'm doing because I'm doing pretty good tonight. It's what I'm doing. I shouldn't even mess with this steel. I guess I should just start looking for copper and brass and leave this stuff alone. But it's nice steel and it's just laying right there. So I want to get it. Okay, one in there. And this one. Okay, that's enough of that. Let's rake some of this out of the way. Hopefully not lose any copper like that. Whew, that's nice. Yep, that's real nice. Oh, piece of steel. Oops. Gotta remember to grab that one. It tried to run away, escape and such. More chunks of steel up on top of here. Lots of them. Lots and lots of them. And I see another piece of copper coming up. So I gotta worry a little more about that than the steel I keep seeing. Okay, you go that way. You go that way. So I'll have a place to stand closer to where this other piece of copper is I just spotted right under here. There it is. See it standing out in all its glory, its shininess and such. Oh, got it. That was weird. I didn't think I'd make it in there. But it did. It went in there. Okay, what else we got down here? Put the grabby thing down for a moment. See what we got down in here. Got any more copper that's trying to escape down a hole or something? That doesn't look like it. Okay. Got a lot of these thin steel pieces that are of very little value. So we're just throwing those out of the way pretty much. Here's some heavy pipe. Might as well have those, huh? Yeah, we'll have those. Oh, some more copper. The kind you gotta have a grabby thing for. No, that ain't gonna move. This one might. Oh my gosh. No, I guess not. Okay, there's a piece of copper right there, and I want it. No, I'm a pirate and I want it. Here's that piece of ladder. If I could get that out of there, I'd use that to climb up in here, this piece of ladder. It may free up later, who knows, when you move enough of this stuff around. Aha, that's out of the way now. I'll bet I can get that piece of copper. I don't know if you've ever seen it. It's right there. Oh, oops, oops, oops. Yeah, it looks like that. Woo-wee. Oh, that's a killer sawzall blade. That thing's still super sharp and useful. Oh, see if we can drop it in with the copper. We did. Amazing. Okay. Another piece of steel. Little one. Some of this. Got that. One of these. Oh, that's a piece of brass. Yep, sure is. And another piece of steel. One, two, three over there. Okay. This piece of brass and put it in the box down there. Whew. Okay. Let's see what else we got here. Here's the toilet tank lid. What is that? What in the world is that? I don't know. What is that? I don't know. What is that? That's what I ask. What is that? It appears to be an all stainless connecting pipe. I'll put those in there too. With the brass and copper and such. Oh, another one of these. Not real interested in those right now when I got brass and copper though. But okay, here's some more steel. Gather it up, throw it in. Good idea. I'll just do that. Oh. Yep, right in the hole. Perfect, right in the top of the box. Now, this bag might be full of this stuff. How do I know? It might be full of this stuff I've been picking up. I don't know. Wow, I have got to get a usable dumpster diving ladder or something that'll make it where I can do this. Okay. This goes over here. This goes over here. These things all go over there. What's that? Piece of steel again? Yeah, okay. Another piece of steel? Yeah, another one. Tiny one. Who cares? Alright. Nobody cares about that. Alright, drop this one in there. Okay, wipe your fingers off. That stupid metal shavings all over my fingers. Okay, let's see if there's any more down here, because it seemed like the brass and copper was all down in this area. Huh, I don't see any more down there. Well, that's not good. I want more. Pirate. Duh. I want more. More brass and more copper. until I have a copper ship with a brass anchor or something. There's one of those. Might as well put it in there, I guess. It's a handle to a tool, like a hammer drill, I'm pretty sure. Okay, brass. What the heck? Is there anything in this box? I hope it's full of copper. Just kidding. There's no way. But got one of those out of it. And yeah, that's about it. That's that box. Yeah, that's just a box. And then there's, I doubt there's any brass or anything in this bag, but I probably better open it and find out. If it ain't heavy, it will tell me though. Oh, it's not heavy, it's really light. I think the only thing in here would be some aluminum cans maybe. Yeah, way too light to be copper or brass. Ah, darn it. I like copper and brass, I want more. I got quite a bit. So I'm not gonna cry about it. Let me move this box of plastic, which I do want to dump back in there as soon as I can, but I don't want to dump it back in before I know I might be covering something up that I need. So, kind of waiting to see if that's the case before I dump all that plastic back in here. That's weird because the copper and the brass was right where the stupid plastic was. It was all in the same area. Look at that brass valve. That's a beauty, eh? I might be more into this night thing. It seems a lot more profitable today. Okay, open up. Quit messing around. Oh, I'm liking the look of that. Okay, let's see what else we can get. Okay, alright, right here. Got a brass valve right here. And I think another one right there. No, that's a brass handle. Yep, sure is. Okay, so it's brass, that's all I want to know. Put it in there. And get this one. And put it in there. There we go. Okay. It's hard to get used to video recording like this at night with just a light here and a light over there. And you know, if I aim where there's darkness, you're going to go, hey, I didn't see anything. What are you talking about? And I understand that, but I'm just not used to it, you know, so forgive me if it comes out pretty screwed up. Never tried to do this at night with a GoPro before. Never, ever. Because I've heard they don't do well with low light. So I thought I'd believe those people and, you know, not shoot in low light. But necessity being what I have right now, just necessity. Not the mother of invention or anything. Just necessity. Let's see if there's anything in this box. Okay, put that there. Where's the light that's in your other hand? Oh, okay. Let's see if there's anything we want in this box I retrieved out of there. Maybe not. Not looking very good. Oh, look at that. copper. I know it looks like copper, but that's, I mean gold, but that's copper and that's brass. They just color them different to make them pretty. Okay, 2 brass compression fittings and compression sleeves, whatever you want to call them. Oh, and a ferrule, brass ferrule. Yeah, well, that was worth looking in that box. Cool. Let's get this box. Hints. We don't want it here anymore. It'll just be in the way now. Get the hints. Box. Okay. For a minute up there. Oh my gosh. Well, if I was inside there, I know I could dig out some more stuff. It's very hard to do from down here. Down here on the ground, this thing's way up in the air. Makes a lot of difference. Any brass or copper down here? On this side over here. Speaking of which, I think I just spotted a piece of copper, maybe? Oh, and it got away. I touched it and it slid that way. Under this. It's down in the bottom. I see it way down there. Oh, I hate that. Okay. Never mind that. That's gone. Let's see what we can do now. How about this thing right here? What's that? Oh, come on now. Come on. Nope. Wow. That one piece looks like chrome brass, maybe. Dang it. Took a shot at it and it jumped. Like that stainless. That's worth something. Damn. Hard to believe. Let go. There's a brass valve right on the end of this that I pulled up out of there. Go in there. Oh my gosh. I don't see any more brass or red gold. I know there's more copper, but where in all this? Where? There's so much stuff here. What's this? Piece of copper. I thought there might be some more over here this way. Wasn't sure, but excuse me. But I'm sure now. I'm sure now. Because I've seen it and picked it up with my own fingers. That's how I'm sure now. Okay, what else we got down here? Any more copper chunks? I love copper chunks. It doesn't really look like it. See some steel there. No, I don't really see any copper chunks. Okay, how about over here? Right up in this area with all this plastic pipe in the way. And it is in the way because no one likes plastic pipe. No one collects it, no one resells it, no one wants it. What's that? I think I see the glint of copper down there. In fact, I'm sure I do. Now, what did I do with the grabby tool? Because I'm going to need that. Oh, there it is. Excuse me. And that rag to wipe these, all this evil off of my palm here would be nice. Where did I put the rag? Did I leave it up in here? Oh, that'd be smart. Yeah, I think I probably did. Okay, good. All right, we're good to go then. We're just going to ignore that. Wipe it off on the palm fronds and see if all the little metal shavings come off my fingers. There, seem to. Okay. We'll know for sure in a little bit. Anyway, I was saying I spotted a chunk of copper down here. Where did it go now? Oh, there it is. It's still there. Right. Oh, get out of the way, you goofy paper. Oh my gosh. Come on. Oh. It grabbed it and let it go. Oh. And it went down a little further. Not real far. I think I can get it still. I like copper. I don't want it to get away. Ah, there it is again, right there. A piece of copper pipe with no solder on it. So #1 copper. Let's see if we can move this over. Oh my gosh, that's heavy. It's trying to break my dumpster thingy. Luckily it's a pick stick. It's a pretty stout one. I mean, it can be broken, don't get me wrong, but it hasn't been yet. Oh, what is this? Looks like a piece of brass stuck in a piece of plastic. Does that make any sense? Is that a brass screw in a piece of plastic? Yeah, I believe that's what that is. A brass screw threaded into a piece of plastic. Well, the brass screw's worth something. The piece of plastic's worth zero nada. Okay, I wish this stupid toilet was gone. Like, if it would fly straight up in the air and just disappear, that it would be perfect. Thank you. What? You can't do that? Oh, all right. Guess I'll have to deal with it somehow then. All right, this goes out here before I kill it and break it. That'd be a good place to keep that. This thing caving in on me is not good. Another one of those. Some more stuff right here. Is there any more copper? That's the question. Or brass. Good things, really good things. Not right there, just steel, I'm afraid. It's another one of those unclog your pipe thingies. Probably just as bad as the other one that I put in the trunk here, which is really bad. Oh, come on, get in there. Thanks. Thanks a lot. I have to wipe this on my beach towel. Oh. Yeah, I guess so. I don't have anything else. I hate to mess up my towel. This towel is not for wiping metal shards into, but oh well. A person's got to do what a person's got to do. Right? Right. Okay. Got 20 pieces of black plastic pipe in the way to see if there's anything down here even. There might be, but can't tell. Black plastic pipe everywhere. Well, okay, let's get our little step-up thingamajig, and I'll step up and see if I can find anything else. Can certainly see better down in here. A lot better. Oh, look at this mess. Yuck. Why do they want to put this nice brass and copper in the garbage? Like it's garbage. I guarantee you it isn't. It is some of the most valuable scrap metal ever. And that is not garbage. That is valuable scrap metal, like I just said. I guess I better do a little recycling here, since there's all this recycling here. More aluminum can there. I don't see any. Oh, there's one right there. Okay, that's enough of that. We're on a quest for copper and brass, not aluminum cans. Well, it doesn't hurt to find one every once in a while, but I mean, you know, that's not what we're trying for today. Trying to go for the gold, the red gold, copper, and its cousin, the gold, brass. These fronds are turned the other way where they won't bite you. So I can just push those right over out of the way. There's a box where I can put more stuff if I had some more copper. Well, there's already a piece in here, and a piece of brass, and a piece of copper. Well, that's good luck, I think. I think you'd call that or something. Yeah. Okay, I like it. Now what? Open this box. Yeah, nothing in that box I want. Okay. Propane tank. Not supposed to throw those in the trash, by the way. Never, ever, ever. The kind of machinery that compacts all this trash can go boom from compacting one of those. That's why you're not supposed to ever put them in the trash. Ever, ever, ever. Oh, come on. Anything else? Like I might be near the end of my goodies here. At least what I can reach without some kind of ladder or something to get actually inside the dumpster and still be able to get out with my old butt, which can't leap up out of dumpsters like Mr. Mikey. Mike the Scavenger is excellent leaping in and out of dumpsters. I am the Scrap Pirate Roberts. I am not excellent at that because, well, I'm older than him a lot. And that's kind of the story right there. I'm too old to be leaping in and out of dumpsters. I would love to leap in and out of this one a few times. So I know this isn't all the copper and all the brass that was in there. But boy, it's nice, isn't it? About time I had a winner over here. A real winner of a dumpster. It feels good. Really tired and I have a headache, but still feels really good. Okay, let's put our little dumpster stick away. Kind of where it goes, I guess. Back in here. And we'll pick these up real quick. Hopefully real quick. I can pick up it real slow, but I'm running out of card and or battery. Something's running out, I guarantee it. These things only video for so long and then they go beep beep beep. And when they go beep beep beep, they mean that's all, folks. Beep 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 beep. It's all, folks. That's what it means. Exactly. Beep beep beep. Beep beep beep. That's all, folks. Yeah, because it will then stop videoing anything, and there you go. You got a big handful of nothing instead of more wonderful video like you were wanting. It's just the way it is. They have a limited run time. So I don't think we've exceeded it. That's the good thing. You see me almost drop that flashlight? No, I didn't almost drop that flashlight. That was I planned it that way. Okay, maybe not. Yeah, okay, I didn't. But yeah, okay. I got this stuff right here. A few more little goodies. Put that in there. And some brass ends on these. That's really nice. Big brass ends on them. My aluminum step stool, which came in really handy. Might use that for getting that rock out of the other dumpster tomorrow before they cover it up with more stuff and I can't find it, and then they'll lose a rock. That would make me feel really bad. Okay, so just well, I hope you enjoyed the midnight dumpster run. Should anything else arise that is worthy of putting on video before I leave here, I'll fire this thing up and put it on there. And if not, till next time, Scrap Pirate Roberts out.